Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really fundamental, something that touches all of us daily, often without us really noticing.
That invisible connection.
Exactly. Between organization or, the lack of it and our mental health. We're going to unpack this idea of clutter versus flow.
It's a really important dynamic.
It is. So our mission here is to pull out the key insights from our source material, which is the link between organization and mental health. Clutter versus flow, mindful living.
Yeah, see how it really lays out the connection.
Right, to help you understand how your physical space, your home, your office, is actually actively shaping how you feel emotionally.
It's not just passive background.
Not at all. I mean, think about it. Have you ever walked into a really messy room and just felt your mood drop?
Oh, instantly. That feeling of stress or just
Yeah.
unease.
Yeah, that knot in your stomach. It's not just like a coincidence, is it? It's your brain responding to all that visual
Yeah.
stuff.
You've really hit on the core idea there. It links right into the main premise. This connection between our spaces and our well-being, it goes way deeper than just how things look.
Deeper than aesthetics.
Much deeper. Your environment doesn't just reflect your mood, it actually directs it. Your home, especially, affects how you feel.
How so, exactly?
Well, think about messy spaces. They tend to increase stress levels, right? And they can seriously drain your energy, often without you even realizing why you feel so wiped out.
Huh.
The source actually gives this great example. A friend named Sarah. She felt constantly exhausted in her home office, just drained.
Okay.
And it turned out her desk faced this wall, just covered in unsorted papers, random supplies, the kind of thing. That visual chaos was just silently sucking her energy.
Wow, without her even knowing. So there's a real physical reaction happening.
Absolutely. There's science here. A fascinating study mentioned in the source shows that living in a tidy space actually reduces cortisol.
Cortisol, the stress hormone.
That's the one. It's key for fight or flight, but when it's constantly elevated because your brain is working overtime processing visual clutter, well, that keeps your nervous system on alert.
So just looking at a pile of mail can trigger that.
It can. Your brain has to process it all, decide what it is, what needs doing. It's taxing.
And then you flip that, you walk into a clean, organized space.
Yeah.
It really is like taking a deep breath, isn't it?
It is. It signals to your body that it can relax. It confirms that our physical spaces really do mirror our emotional states.
They're not just there.
Definitely not. So, the key takeaways on this impact are pretty clear. Clutter signals unfinished business to your brain. All that visual noise competes for your attention.
While the organized space does the opposite.
Right. It promotes focus, calm. Your environment can literally drain you, or it can help restore your mental energy. It's a powerful force.
Okay, so let's talk about clutter then. It sounds like it's more than just, piles of stuff.
It is. The source describes it really well as visual and mental noise.
Mental noise, I like that.
Yeah. Think about those piles of mail, maybe random things on the counter that don't really have a home, projects you started but never finished.
Uh-huh.
They create this sort of constant, low-level hum of things you need to decide about, things you need to do, and that is what makes it so mentally draining.
And flow, then, is the antidote.
Exactly. Flow is about intentional arrangement. Everything has a place, spaces have clear purposes, and when that happens, your mind can actually relax.
It can let go.
Precisely. And this isn't a new idea, Think about feng shui principles they've known for centuries, that energy needs clear paths to flow well.
That makes sense. And the psychological shift must be huge. Going from clutter to flow, it changes that inner voice, right?
Completely. Instead of that nagging background thought, ugh, I really should organize that someday.
Which is stressful in itself.
Totally. Instead, your environment starts to feel like it supports you rather than, silently judging you.
Yeah. It reminds me of that quote. Who was it? Peter Walsh.
That's the one. He said, clutter is not just the stuff on your floor. It's anything that stands between you and the life you want.
Wow. That's powerful. So it's really about clearing the way, mentally and physically.
That's it. Clutter causes decision fatigue, right? Constant reminders. Flow creates systems, makes daily choices easier.
Frees up brain space.
Exactly. Organization gives you more mental bandwidth for what actually matters. And crucially, even organizing small areas brings real psychological relief. You don't need to overhaul everything at once.
Okay, so small steps count.
Big time. And the benefits go beyond just feeling less stressed. Decluttered spaces physically reduce anxiety. They lower that stress response we talked about.
Like the example you mentioned earlier, the roommate in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. Tackling that chaotic kitchen made their evenings noticeably more peaceful. It's a tangible shift.
And it makes logical sense too, right? Systems mean predictability.
I know.
And our brains love predictability. It feels safe.
It does. And, this isn't just anecdotal. The American Psychological Association, the APA, confirms it. They say clutter increases anxiety because it messes with our focus. It overwhelms the brain.
So it's a known psychological impact.
Absolutely. But it's important to stress organization isn't about achieving some kind of impossible perfection.
Right, not like a magazine cover.
No, not at all. It's about creating breathing room for your mind. Simple things like always knowing where your keys are or having a clear bedside table, they cut down so much daily frustration.
Those little wins add up.
They really do. They build clarity.
So when we hear about things like minimalist home organization, it's not about empty rooms.
No, it's about thoughtful rooms. Spaces designed to support you, not deplete you. That's the goal.
Makes sense.
So just to quickly recap the main mental health benefits we're seeing. Organized spaces cut down decision fatigue. Systems free up mental energy for creativity, for rest.
Even small, tidy spots bring relief.
Yes. And organization can be a foundation, like a cornerstone habit, for other positive changes.
It's interesting how sometimes we don't even connect our feelings to our surroundings until we notice, like, behavioral changes.
That's a great point.
So maybe ask yourself, are there rooms you just avoid? You find excuses not to go in there.
That avoidance can be your brain trying to protect you from the stress of that space.
Huh. And what about that feeling of guilt or even shame about how a space looks?
That's a huge red flag. That constant nagging thought, I really should clean this up, that's more than just about tidiness. It signals a disconnect, doesn't it? Between the environment you want and the one you have.
Yeah, I've definitely heard people say they feel kind of stuck or just low energy, and they can't pinpoint why.
And so often when you dig a little, it traces back to that visual chaos they're living in. Our spaces really do shape our mindset.
More than we think.
Way more. That emotional impact of clutter, it creates this sort of persistent background hum of stress. It affects your mood all day, similar to how color psychology works. Addressing the clutter can sometimes resolve things that feel totally unrelated.
So if you're listening and you recognize things, feeling embarrassed to have people over,
Yeah, or just having this constant low-level anxiety about your space.
procrastinating on things you need to do at home,
Hmm.
or just feeling totally overwhelmed even thinking about organizing.
Those are all pretty clear signs, emotional signals that your environment might be impacting you more deeply than you realize.
Okay, so let's go a bit deeper then. What's the psychology behind why we accumulate clutter in the first place? It's not always just about being busy, is it?
No, often it's not. It can come from, well, deeper places. Fear, sometimes. Fear of future scarcity. I might need this someday. Or even anxiety about making the wrong decision. What if I get rid of this and regret it?
That resonates.
The source shared a story about a cousin who kept, like, boxes and boxes of old college textbooks, not using them, obviously.
Right.
But letting them go felt like admitting that chapter of her life was really, truly over. The books symbolized something more.
That makes so much sense. Letting go can feel risky?
Yeah.
Like you're giving away a piece of yourself or a memory.
Exactly. Home organization psychology often shows our spaces are mirrors for our internal states. If we're struggling to let go of physical things, there's often an emotional counterpart we're holding on to as well.
So flow then is about more than just tidiness again.
It is. It's about giving yourself permission to live fully in the present, creating those thoughtful systems, displaying things that are meaningful now, letting go of what no longer serves you.
Yeah.
It creates space, physically and psychologically.
It sounds like there's almost a paradox in decluttering.
How so?
Well, that the emotional freedom often comes directly from the physical act of clearing space.
Yeah.
Like as you sort through stuff, you're also sorting through feelings, maybe old versions of yourself.
That's a fantastic way to put it. It really is a transformative process. You're right. So the psychological roots here are things like clutter often equals delayed decisions.
Makes sense.
Attachment to objects can symbolize other emotional attachments. Organization creates mental clarity through physical action.
And flow spaces encourage being present.
Exactly. Being right here, right now.
Our source included a table, which was helpful, comparing clutter and flow.
Mm-hmm.
But it also mentioned this third state, this neutral zone.
Ah, yes. The table basically lays it out like this. Cluttered environment. You feel anxious, scattered. Your mind experiences decision fatigue, overwhelm.
God.
Flow-based environment. You feel calm, hopeful. You're more focused, energized, clearer mentally. And the key point is this difference isn't just visual. It fundamentally changes how you think and function.
It affects everything.
Pretty much. Sleep quality, decision-making. The source mentioned a couple who reorganized their shared home office. Both noticed they could concentrate better and felt less wiped out at the end of the day, just from changing the space.
Okay, so what about that neutral state? It sounds insidious.
It kind of is. It's that state where things aren't, a total disaster zone, so you don't feel that immediate pressure to fix it.
Wait, it's not screaming emergency.
Exactly. But it's not really organized enough to actually support your well-being either. It's just there. And that limbo, that almost good enough feeling, can subtly drain more energy than obvious clutter.
Like a background app running on your phone, just using up battery.
Perfect analogy. It's quietly depleting you because it's neither truly chaotic nor truly supportive.
Okay, so that's a really important distinction. Given all this, where should people start if they want to move towards flow? It can feel overwhelming.
Absolutely. And the source is clear. The secret is to start small, like really small. Don't try to tackle the whole house or even a whole room at first.
Just one spot.
Choose one specific area, something that bugs you every single day. Maybe it's your nightstand, cluttered with books and chargers, or that spot near the door where mail piles up.
The entryway table, yeah.
A friend mentioned in the source completely changed her morning routine just by organizing her bathroom counter. Tiny space, huge impact on her day. Targeted changes really work.
That's encouraging. And when you're looking at an item, trying to decide what's a good question to ask, beyond just, do I like this?
A really powerful one is, does this support who I want to be?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it cuts through some of the sentimentality or the maybe someday thinking. It focuses you on your present life and your future goals. It connects the item to your identity, often more useful than just asking if it sparks joy.
Okay, does this support who I want to be?
Got it.
And any practical tools or techniques mentioned?
Yeah, simple things. Using clear containers or baskets and trays, they create visual order instantly, which calms the brain. Labels help maintain the system.
Makes finding things easier too.
Definitely. And even things like taking special photos out of a pile and putting them in nice, maybe custom picture frames. It transforms clutter into an intentional display.
Instead of pile of guilt.
Exactly. But the absolute key is this. The best organization systems are the ones you will actually maintain.
Not the prettiest ones on Pinterest necessarily.
Not unless that works for you. Focus on practical solutions that fit your natural habits. Don't try to force yourself into a system that feels totally unnatural. It won't stick.
Okay, that makes sense. So quick, actionable tips for the deep dive would be, start with high traffic spots.
Yes, areas that impact your daily routine the most. Create homes for things you use all the time. Keys, phone, wallet.
Use vertical space. Get stuff off the counters.
Smart move.
Well,
Wall storage. Shelves. Free up those surfaces. And maybe try the one in, one out rule. When you buy something new, let go of something similar.
prevents the clutter creep.
Exactly.
Now, sometimes, despite best efforts, it's more than just needing a few baskets, right?
Yeah.
When does this cross into needing professional help?
That's a really important question. If you've tried organizing maybe multiple times, but you just feel completely stuck or the clutter keeps coming back immediately, that might indicate deeper emotional blocks. Or potentially conditions like ADHD, anxiety, or depression could be affecting your executive functions.
Executive functions, like planning, starting tasks.
Exactly. Planning, initiating tasks, working memory, all crucial for getting and staying organized. If those are impaired, it's incredibly difficult.
So if the clutter is really impacting basic things, like your sleep, or causing conflict in relationships, or stopping you from doing daily activities,
Then it's likely moved beyond a simple tidiness issue. It's time to acknowledge that.
and there are different kinds of help available.
Yes, professional organizers can come in and create systems specifically tailored to your challenges and your space. Therapists, on the other hand, can help you address the underlying emotional patterns, the why behind the clutter.
Like the college roommate example from the source.
Right. She benefited hugely from working with both. The therapist helped her understand her attachment to things, and the organizer gave her practical, maintainable systems. It was the combination.
So the message is, if you're really struggling, seeking help is not a failure.
Not at all. It's a smart, proactive strategy when that gap between clutter and flow just feels too wide to cross alone.
Okay, so just to be clear, what are some definite signs it might be time to reach out?
Feeling literally paralyzed when you try to start organizing. Experiencing extreme anxiety during the process, if the clutter is causing real conflict with family or partners, Or if you've organized again and again, but the systems just never stick, those are strong indicators.
That's really helpful clarity. Wow, we've covered a lot in this deep dive, haven't we? From the chaos of clutter to the calm of flow.
We really have.
It just hammers home that point. Your environment is so much more than just backdrop. It's an extension of your mind. It's either helping you or hindering you.
Absolutely. And creating that flow, it's not usually an overnight fix. It's built, through small, consistent choices, prioritizing your mental clarity over maybe temporary convenience.
Every time you put something away properly.
Or decide to let something go that's just taking up space.
Right.
It's genuinely an act of self-care. It really is.
And remembering perfection isn't the aim. Progress is. I mean, let's be honest, even professional organizers probably have a junk drawer somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
I would imagine so. We all do. It's about creating intentional systems that work with your life, not fighting a losing battle against it.
Okay, so a final thought then, and maybe a little challenge for everyone listening.
Let's do it. Think about one single area in your home, just one spot that consistently drains your energy when you look at it or deal with it.
Maybe that pile on the kitchen counter or the bedside table again.
Should be anywhere. Now, maybe even right after this, set a timer for just 5 minutes, and just clear that one space.
Just tackle that one spot.
Just that spot, put things away, toss the rubbish, straighten it up, and then just notice. Feel that little shift in your mood, that sense of accomplishment.
That immediate relief.
Exactly. That tiny action, that's your first step from clutter towards flow, from that mental fog towards a bit more clarity, a bit more peace.
Because the journey isn't just about tidiness, is it?
Not at all. It's about creating room, mental and physical, for the life you actually want to live.